I can assign you guys somebody, or you guys can be who you guys want to be. So I put Sid Noble as Jerem. Is that
Sure.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Miles Haddock as Daniel. I don't think he's here.
Yeah, we'll tell him when he gets here.
Okay, we'll work that out. So, and then Gus as Christian.
All right.
Okay. I want to let you know you're going to be writing, so that's what it tells me in this thing. So, and then Bill as Braden. So the team leader from Polymers.
Hold on.
Right now.
Daniel's calling you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, send another invite. Okay, I'll send one. All right, he should be getting it. Should be getting it.
Sorry about that. I don't know. Daniel was calling me.
Yeah, call me too.
All right.
Okay.
Who was I, Tyler?
What's that?
Who'd you assign me to?
I'd send you as Bill.
Bill Purcell? Okay.
Yeah, so the team leader.
Okay, so what?
Okay, we ready?
Sure.
Yeah, when
Okay,
Daniel.
I'm playing Gilbert Porterfield as Top 10's vice president for conversation, and we are getting together to talk about the case study, or the basically we're trying to talk about the initial pay plan, and talk about that a little bit. I know that I've worked over it a little bit, but I need all your guys' help in figuring this out as well. So I just wanted to open up with that. So before we get into that, what are some of your? We're going to brainstorm for like 10 minutes. What is a better pay plan? And Gus, if you could you please write our ideas down as we go? Is that okay?
That's me, right?
Yep.
All right. Hold on.
So let's brainstorm for a little bit about what we felt would be a better pay plan for our company. Is that okay?
Yep.
So, does anybody want to start? What are some of your ideas?
Hold on. Sorry, Daniel needs me to send him an invite again.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. I sent it.
Thanks for doing that. Again.
Okay. Sorry, do you want to repeat the question? Sorry.
So basically what we're doing is I have a pay plan that I feel might work, but we need I want to bring it to all of you and discuss it. So what are some of your ideas for a better pay plan?
So I actually don't think it's that bad of an idea to pay people more depending on their performance. Not that I'm a total salesman and I think that you should be compensated for what you do. Because I think there should be a certain amount of base pay with compensation. That's what I personally think. I think there should be a little bit of both. That's just my idea, though.
You say that there should be a little bit of base and a little bit, and mostly off of performance?
Yes.
Okay. Any other ideas? And Gus, are you writing this down?
Yes, now I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to have both. You have to have enough that if they have a rough spot, that they're not going to go. But really, I think we should be weighted more towards performance. That's just what I think.
Okay.
I think.
So performance.
Yeah, I personally think performance is good, but I wouldn't say I don't really like full company performance. I think it would help with I guess people to improve as the company, as building a team. But I think if the company's doing that, I don't think that should decrease pay. I don't think that should happen.
That's good. Thank you. What else? What else do? Anything? So let me tell you what I think. I'm actually, I feel that quality should be the top measure. With the products that we source and all that, I think that quality should always be at the top of it. So I think there should be a base pay, whatever your performance is with quality, and that's it.
I think it's really hard to make up a pay plan when we haven't even gotten our bachelor's yet compared to all those people that were critiquing. They had like MBAs or higher. But yeah, I think just have a collective. I think a collective pay is good, but if one department is falling behind a little bit, maybe like, I don't know, have a penalty or something, or say if they can't bring it up, then they're going to have to be docked pay or something like that. I think it's really hard to do a really good pay plan.
So off the subject a little bit, at my work right now, we're going through this process right now. We're strictly piece rate, and we're trying to get rid of that because we feel that it can really actual person's performance. Just throw it out there. Any other ideas?
I think it depends on the task. Like we read in the study, like if it's something that requires like creativity or something that is really like taxing on your mind, a piece rate doesn't work. But if it's a menial task that is just like you do this, 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 and this, from the study that from what I read, it said piece rates work really well. So I think it'll depend, like what the specific task is. You know what I mean? Maybe some things piece rates better. Maybe some things, bonuses are a better way to go, or something along those lines.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like that.
That was a good point. I like that. So, Gus, have you been writing these down?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So we're going to take about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to go over our ideas and discuss which ones we feel are the best. What are the pros and cons of each one of them? So what was the first one that we went over?
Just performance-based, right?
Yeah, performance-based. So what's the pros and cons of only performance?
I think this is my 2 bits. I think performance can be measured in a few different ways. So, just mentioned like numerically, sometimes that I don't think that is able to measure quality performance. You could get a certain number, but not be having quality work. Does that make sense? You can reach numeric goals, but the quality of your work isn't showing.
Thank you. I like that. Guys on that. What are the pros?
Is there a way you can fix your microphone, Braden? I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, I'm struggling with it.
Here, I'm going to join again real quick, okay?
Do I need to send him another invite?
Is that better?
Yeah, it's way better.
I don't know what. Okay.
Okay, so let's continue going on that. Any other ideas on the performance only?
So I think it could be a good motivator. Oh, sorry, Danny. You go. You got it.
No, go ahead. I'll just go after you.
Okay. So I was actually just going to say, I think strictly performance-based can be a good motivator, but it also can be very stressful. I know I personally wouldn't want to just work off of performance because I can't remember who said it just barely, but whoever said that during those down times where you're not selling as much or where you're not doing as well, it'd be extremely stressful because you're not going to be making as much money. But if that fits your personality where it just motivates you to constantly be better and constantly making more sales, I think it'd be a good thing. But
good point. I like that.
What I was thinking is that performance-based is like other employees may feel like they're not as valued as like people are performing better than them. And I think they tend to individualize themselves instead of working with other people. So yeah, that's what I think about that.
Okay. Any other ideas on that one, or should we move on? Let's move on. What was the other one? What do we had? Quality only? Is that one of them?
I believe so.
So what would be the pros and the cons of quality base only?
Not pushing things forward, I guess.
That's true.
I guess spending too much time on one task could end up hurting profitability or productivity.
Yeah, I guess we're not meeting production goals, are we? I know that there's certain people are a little bit more, what was the word? Be more like strict on their quality, so they might spend way more time on that than not. I mean, we just need to get this stuff out. So that's a good point. I like that. Because of that,
we get quality out of it, out of your product. It's a upside to it, but yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that.
I think a pro for quality. I mean, you can get, I guess, ratings in your company quite a bit higher. You can get, I don't know, when other people can look like maybe join the company, they can see that the focus is quality, and you want to be a part of something that has good quality, obviously, in whatever career we want to have. It has to be, whether with me and Daniel, quality of care, like high quality. So I think if you focus on that, it's more appealing to other people, or I don't know, it looks good for ratings or whatever. So I think that's a positive.
yeah. I know that every company does it differently. But what about like certain bonuses, like every quarter for quality? Like, how do you think that would? Do you think that would work better? Like, I just feel like we need to reward that, and if we're rewarding that, then production will be better. If we're giving those bonuses once a quarter.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I think there has to be some sort of reward for having that high of a quality. If you're making that good of a product consistently, I mean, you should be rewarded because that means you're doing a good job quality-wise. And I think, like you said, if you're doing that good of a job quality-wise and you're rewarding them, I feel like you're going to get more out of your workers. They're going to be more motivated to sell more or make more.
Mm-hmm. So with that as well, I'm sorry, did somebody have a comment?
Sorry, what was that?
Okay. So, like with that, like, do you think it would be better to have like a commission base or like a base pay plus those bonuses? Like, what do you feel is the best way of rewarding our employees?
think having a happy medium between commission and base pay, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't know. I guess it depends on the company. Like if your company is worried about getting things out on time, like deliveries out on time, and yeah, you might want to consider a little heavier base commission. Or yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the other extreme would be.
Yeah. This is kind of hard. I think a lot of us are trying to just figure this out. So I don't know. Were there any other ideas that we had on our list that we need to talk over before we keep moving on? No? Okay.
Anything,
So,
Gus?
What's that?
Anything, Gus? Just kidding.
Yeah, anything, Gus? Sorry.
Just typing away.
Tapping away. All right. Okay, so it looks like to us, in this group, we have two main solutions. So let's talk about which one would we pick, and which one can we agree on? Should we do the quality or should we do production? Or not production? It wasn't production. Performance. Thank you.
Does the quality come with bonuses?
I would say so. What do you all think?
I think so.
I would say yeah.
Does the performance come with the base pay?
I would say so.
Is Jerem still there?
Oh crap! Did we lose Jerem? Oh no, he's just on mute. Man, me personally, I say, I swear I'm not a huge salesman, but I really like the idea of a base pay with compensation based on performance as well.
Right.
But that's totally going against quality, and I'm probably thinking more for money, which swear I'm not worldly, but that's just what I think.
What's fun about these meetings, though, is that we can all figure out and get together on what's the best idea. So,
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Christian. Like I think with I guess as far as performance goes, getting a higher commission, whatever you're doing or making within the company, I think it should be rewarded in some way, but still have that base pay that doesn't change whether the company does well or not, or doesn't do well. I think that would be the best possible scenario.
okay. So, which one do we agree on? Which one do you want to agree on? Should we just agree on the production? I mean, performance base.
That's what I vote.
That'd be good.
What do you think about this? Like, what do you think if we still have performance, but we notice that quality at the same time is doing really well? They're still thinking about it, and there's still like little bonuses on top of that. Even with commission, you still have those bonuses for quality. You still go to them that they need to watch out for quality. I'm just speaking this way as a quality person.
Mm-hmm. So have it based primarily on performance, but still have a bonus.
Yeah, like bonuses every quarter. We'll still put bonuses on every quarter or something based off of their quality.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, so
I think that's pretty good.
At least it's in their mind. Maybe not like the main focus where they just focus on quality, but they still can bring it up, or I guess it's still relevant and it's still in their mind so that they work towards that too.
Yeah, and we're still doing the performance by the commission as well. So ultimately, I think we can all agree on that, right? Just agree on that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. That was an interesting role play. Let's get out of those our roles for a little bit and just talk about what we really think about all this. What does everybody really think about this? Like, not being like the actual character for right now. Like, what do you guys honestly think? Let's just talk about this a little bit. Like, what are some of your thoughts about the reading, and what really stood out to you?
So I guess the first thing that stood out to me that I actually kind of liked to see, not liked because they kind of were arguing, but I like to see that side of business where like they're talking through their issues, like they're talking through the problems that are in front of them. Which for one of my business classes, we read a book in regards to like conflict resolution and how it's like really bad to not talk about conflicts or things that are going on, and how holding things back can end up like hurting the company. So I thought that they could have improved on a few things, because I think some people kind of took it more personal rather than like fact-based. But I think it is a good thing that they are open with each other so that they can voice like, hey, I really think we should be rewarded for our performance. Or if somebody's like, no, I don't think that's like a good idea. I think the fact that they are willing to share what they think is right and wrong is really good. But I think now focusing more on like the facts and what would really be the best rather than taking it so personally. I just thought that sometimes some of the comments seemed a little bit more personal rather than what would be best. But that was just my opinion.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. I appreciate that. What else? What are some other takeaways from this?
I think it's pretty interesting. Sorry, were you gonna say something, Daniel?
Oh, I was just gonna say that I never really thought about, like pay based on the whole company's performance. I think it's a good idea, but like the reading said, like everyone needs to be on board with it. But I think overall it is a good idea for something like that to implement. Sorry, I'm a little sick, so if I'm not contributing, it's just like I'm
Oh, no
not
worries.
No, you're doing a good job.
very motivated.
So I got,
So, yeah,
all of you from, where are all of you from? Are you from Idaho, Salt Lake? Like, where are you guys from?
I'm from Montana.
But have you guys heard of O.C. Tanner?
O.C. Tanner?
O.C. Tanner, have you heard of them?
I've heard. It sounds familiar.
So my current manager right now is from, he came from O.C. Tanner.
Uh-huh.
And just a really, really good guy. Knows a lot about like Kaizen and all the lean principles and all that stuff. And their people get paid off of the way that their company is performing. And they will give, depending on how well, this is on top of what they're already earning hourly wise. But if their company is doing well, they give them like a $5,000 bonus every 6 months, depending, or less. But he was saying last year that he got like $5,000 off of their company's performance. So I think that's kind of a cool idea, a cool incentive of working at a company.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is pretty cool. I was going to mention, I thought it was interesting, like the people, how often the people like disagreed with things. I guess when they were like, you know, if we could tell another team how to help in their performance, and I was just like, oh, we don't have time to, you know, take them out for a beer and and like tell them what they could do to do better. So it's like, I don't know. I thought it was just interesting in all the different opinions on that the people had about this whole pay system. I think that would be difficult to really make a final conclusion on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So I gotta get going in a minute. So let's use the last 5 minutes to go over some of the questions that they've asked us to go. I want to go through and ask each one of you to rate the overall quality of today's discussion. You guys can be honest. From 0 to 10.
10.
Sweet.
I think it was a 10.
Okay.
For shizzle.
What else?
Sorry, that was stupid.
This is-
Nothing.
Jerem, what do you think, Jerem?
What happened?
Where is he?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
We should have probably texted him and let him know he's on mute. So, as a discussion leader, ask what you did as a discussion leader that they like. What do you like about this meeting?
I felt like you came really prepared. I felt like you knew your stuff and knew the material we were going to talk about. So, and I thought you asked good questions. That was good.
I appreciate that. What else, guys? Come on.
Sounded like this was part of the assignment, but it was kind of cool writing down the notes. I mean, kind of made me make sure I was paying attention to everything, even though I didn't write down everything.
Yeah.
But I actually kind of like that. So I don't know if that was part of the assignment or you just had me do it, but that was cool.
This is what they asked us to do. It was a little hard for me, to be honest, because I like to ask more questions to everyone and get them involved with what's going on in the topics. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to do what was asked and go through this role play kind of and try and get ourselves into the mind frame of these individuals that were in this case study. So,
Oh yeah, that was cool.
what could I do better next time? Because I am doing it next week as well.
Okay.
I mean, I thought you did a great job. I mean, I feel bad because I feel like we're all kind of rushed because you got to go to work. But I mean, other than that, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I was going to say. I said I wish we had just a little bit more time. But, I mean, the whole Skype thing or the Hangouts thing is kind of a nightmare. Everyone has some sort of issue.
Yeah.
that's true. So are we supposed to be using only Google Hangouts? Isn't there like another more tool used to do this?
It's Google Hangouts through YouTube, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the way that we're supposed to use it.
Okay.
But
Okay. So I guess this more than anything, let's talk about next week as well. I always have to leave at 4:30, so to get to my next job. I don't know if there's any way next week we can meet a little bit earlier. I can always get off of take a break in between my job I'm in now. If you want to meet a little bit earlier, I can do that.
I can meet anytime after 1,
Okay.
any day.
I can't meet on Thursday of next week. I'm getting LASIK surgery at 2 p.m.
Okay. So would Wednesday work better for you?
That's just the thing. So on Wednesday, I have class from 3:15 to 4:15. And it's my religion class that it's like solely attendance based, you know.
Religion. I'm kidding.
I mean, you have to leave at 4:30.
I have to leave at 4:30 to get to my next job. So
Gotcha.
if you want, we can do it like later in the night if it would work for you guys. Like I usually get off at like 8:30.
8:30.
Do you want to do it later, like a 9 to 10 or something like that? I know that might be late for some of you, but
Wait, on what day?
next week if you want to do it later.
I mean, I'll be out of commission all day Thursday probably, but I could meet Wednesday like 2 or Wednesday evening, or I could meet Friday at some point. I finish class at 1.
Would Wednesday at 2 work for you guys?
I think, yeah, that would work for me.
Okay.
Wednesday at 2 works for me.
Okay. Jerem, what do you think?
Wednesday at 2.
I guess we'll just text it afterwards and see. But let's do Wednesday next week at 2.
Okay.
And that way we can spend a little bit more time talking about this stuff.
Sounds good.
That'd be
Sounds
perfect.
good. Alrighty.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, for helping me.
Yep.
No worries.
No
Thank you,
problem.
Tom.
Okay, cool. See you guys.
See ya.
Okay,
See ya.
we'll see you.